Again, at the center of the world stage, the Clinton Foundation. The Clintons have built a $2 billion empire unlike anything else. The Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton Foundation has become a global brand and the face of one of America's most famous political families.
Now, ahead of the 2016 presidential season, it's become the springboard for Hillary Clinton's campaign, drawing scrutiny and demands for transparency. Rosalind Helderman is a reporter for The Washington Post. She recently published an investigative look inside the Clintons' world. She joins us now from Washington. Rosalind, I thought it was really interesting in the beginning of this article. You paint a great backstory about how the foundation came about. Basically, you have this young former president binging on TiVo. How did that unfulfilled period in his life lead to this organization?
Sure. I mean, the basic thing to understand about the foundation is that it's a huge reflection of Bill Clinton. This is the organization that he built to occupy his life after he left the White House. And what his friends talk about is in the months after he first left the presidency, he was in kind of a dark place. That had been the job he had wanted his whole life, and it was over. His wife was just elected to the Senate. His daughter was at school, first at Stanford and then overseas at Oxford. And he sort of holed up at their new house in Chappaqua, New York, with not a whole lot to do. Steven Spielberg gave him a TiVo, and he spent hours kind of watching television that he had missed while he was president. And the foundation was sort of an idea for kind of what he could do with the rest of his life.
Yeah, in the article, Rosalind, you point out that the foundation is really a foundation about everything, but now they have projects that have taken up and focus on that have changed. You mentioned in one particular mentoring program that originated in Harlem and has since been dropped.
Yeah, so the foundation sort of grew one brainstorm at a time. It was kind of Bill Clinton would travel the world and someone would come up to him, someone who owned a card shop in Harlem, or in one case a Scottish billionaire, and they would bring him an idea and he would say, great, let's do that. And so this was a foundation that kind of spread in every direction, and managing that over time has been challenging, and one of the problems is kind of proving vexing for Hillary Clinton. Now, the program that you mentioned was actually one of the very first ones they started, and interestingly, it's one of the only ones they've actually shut off. They ended it in 2013. It's a business mentoring program, and basically they decided because they couldn't spread it all over the world, they were going to end it.
So basically, though, up until 2007, he could do all that. He could spend his money without a lot of scrutiny. That changed when Hillary started running for president. So were they successful? What did you find at separating foundation donations from political donations?
So, I mean, those are obviously two separate pots, but what happened was before 2007, the foundation never said who they were raising money from. And then as she ran for president, they raised pressure to do so, and ultimately, when she became Secretary of State, they had to release the list of everyone who was giving them money, and it ran to 200,000 names, and there's enormous overlap there between the Clintons' political world and also sort of the most powerful and vested interest in the entire world. People who would clearly want things from government give tremendously to the Clinton Foundation.
Rosalind, let's talk about the optics of all of this. I mean, clearly with Hillary Clinton's run at the presidency, many people are looking into this. Are they going to find a smoking gun, or is this just, part, as some people are saying, Republican talking points to throw her off her game?
I mean, it kind of depends what you consider a smoking gun and what you're looking for. I mean, if you want to say that this is an organization that is a political slush fund, that is clearly not correct. This is an organization that does true charity all over the world. But it also is a complicated tale. It's very much a tale of the Clintons. It's messy, and it involves a lot of intermingling of interests and motivations in a way that some people might find unseemly.
All right. Rosalind Helderman, thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.